You ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
I don't know if it's live or not, but
okay.
I guess we'll find out later.
Either way, it'll go live into the.
Eventually
universe,
it'll get there. Yes, if it's not there now. If you're not here with us live, then it'll be
slightly delayed.
Yes, but it'll go out tonight after I go to dinner. So it is that time of year where people are shopping. I got these way before, and they weren't for Christmas, but I went on to TikTok and got these masks that I am sure you've seen these. What are they calling them? They're calling them Korean glass masks, which I didn't get that brand. I got the Sungboon Editor mask, which is deep collagen retinol boost up mask, and we're gonna boost up today.
Okay.
So we're gonna get these on, and then we'll talk about shopping and Christmas and
enhancing, boosting, glowing. Okay.
Enhancing. I can do the
because it does the mirror like what.
Yes.
At least what I can see is backwards. I don't know if what they can see is backwards.
I don't know. Well, I think it fixes itself, but I don't know. But we'll put all the information in the show notes. Are you ready?
I'm ready
for this.
I'll take my glasses off. And
well, don't take them out yet. I mean, off yet, because you might have to see
redirections.
Yeah.
I am a sheet mask pro.
You are?
I am.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll watch you. How to use. After cleansing, use toner.
So we're skipping the cleansing and the toner.
I wiped my face. We're just gonna slap it on.
Going for it.
I'm probably gonna get this junk all over me. All right, so it's not the really gooey one that a lot of people are using, I don't think. It's a different brand trying to be pulled off as the same brand. Oops, nope, did that wrong. I'm already all messed up. Hopefully this part is amusing for you. Oh, wait, what's that extra? Oh, there, see, I'm just going to copy her. This is, now you know what type of student I was in school. And how I do maybe I'll take my glasses off and I'll be able to figure it out better. Maybe. So I do hear you got to tilt your head back a little bit because just until it like suctions on there.
Yeah, mine's on. This is weird because there's no nose. Nose.
Do they not think we have a nose?
And it's sticking to itself.
What do you guys think so far? Is it weird? Elizabeth is already turning clear. Did you see that? Did you see that? There you go. That's how it goes. Now I'm going to have to figure that out.
Then you gotta get your lip.
Oh my God, we're not going to be able to talk. Lucky you guys. No.
Well, once you take this part off, then it loosens up.
Oh, that's my problem. I didn't take the top part off.
Well, leave the top part on until you get it on, and then you peel that off. And then you can stick the whole thing all around your face.
So you've already done this stuff before, huh?
So I am a fan of the sheet masks. I'm a big baby, and after all these years of business travel, I still feel real sorry for myself when I have to travel and be away from my family.
Oh.
So what I do is I buy a sheet mask and I take it with me on the trip. And one night in the hotel room, I'll do a beauty night.
Oh, cool.
I'll put a sheet mask on and I'll sit in my bed and I'll either read or rest or whatever. But then it's like a self-care night.
I'm always like, I'll do it later. And then I never do. So guess what? We're doing it now. Me and Elizabeth and you guys, we're sharing. I'm sorry I didn't send you guys one. Maybe if you have time, just run and get it real quick. Oh my God, I can't get this thing off. So they do say it's a struggle to get it on, but then once you do.
Oh, got little hangers.
Oh, awesome. Little whiskers kind of thing?
It's the bottom part won't get sticky.
Oh. You're far ahead of where I am, so. Yeah, Yeah. So anyway, how's the weather, guys?
So last week I was traveling for work and I got to my hotel at like 8 p.m. and it had been rainy all day and I was tired and wet. And so I took a hot shower and I put the robe on and I sat down on the bed and I put a sheet mask on. And then I just kind of laid back on the pillow and like I'll just lay here for 7 minutes and then I'll wash my mask off. And I fell asleep at 8 p.m. and I woke up at 2 in the morning with the mask still on and feeling super relaxed. So then I took the mask off and I rubbed all the oil into my hands and I went back to sleep.
Nice.
This little edge keeps falling off. I don't really know what the solution is.
I don't know either, but I feel like that one piece is in my eyeball.
Then the question is, can I get my
Glasses.
eyeballs on? Oh yeah, that worked.
I'm just gonna sit like this for a minute.
That's what I was thinking, like get it to get tacky.
Yeah. The ladies on TikTok say you do have to use the gravity to get it going for a second. Not a second, but like a minute or two. Once it starts melting into your face, I feel like it is.
Yeah, my forehead feels like it's part of me already.
Just need a little heater thing going. Yeah, I think it's just these little flaps down here.
Yeah. They're not touching anything, so they're not getting sticky. But yeah, the parts that have stuck are stuck.
Uh-oh.
So what is the goal of this particular sheet mask? Is it moisturizing? Is it
Well, it sounds like
enhancing?
yeah, it sounds like it's elasticity enhancing.
Got it. I know I read the box. I just
And
forget things.
Wrinkle diminishing, I guess, because of the hydration, maybe.
I'll take that.
Me too. Well, yours is good. Mine is in my eyeball.
Yeah, I have one that's close, but I'm gonna ignore that.
I feel like Hannibal Lecter.
Michael Myers right here.
So, what else is going on? So, shopping with the gift giving in mind.
Yes.
We both, Elizabeth and I, decided, well, I didn't decide, my husband did, but to do less, to buy less this year. To anyone who was cool with not gift giving to each other. Like, so Rich's parents were in agreement with us. We just won't exchange. And that we'll just get all the kids something. So like our nieces and nephews, we'll get them stuff. And the siblings won't get anybody. We won't do each other stuff.
So we've done the same thing. We're not exchanging gifts adult to adult. And even my husband and I are not giving each other a gift.
Yeah, we're not going to do that either.
And I'm feeling much less stressed this holiday season. And I actually have significantly more stress in my life than I typically have. So.
Oh, yeah.
It's working.
It's working.
But for the kids, we did a fun thing. So we have our kids are 18 and up, so they're older and less married to like, what can I open under the tree? But my husband has 2 nieces. We have 2 nieces, but they're my husband's brother's girls. And we asked for their favorite store and got them a gift card to the store, but we also picked them up on Sunday, and all of us went to Barnes and Noble, and we spent an hour wandering around Barnes and Noble, and we all picked out a book, and then we went to the cafe and we got hot chocolate, and we sat and we went around the table talking about the book we selected and why we selected it, and it was so much fun. Like, so they got their present, they got to choose it, and we got to have like real good quality time.
So, and they got to, I'm going to move this up because I also did not do the microphones.
Oh, gotcha.
So the gift was the book?
The gift was the two gifts, right? One was they're both preteens, so they wanted Aerie gift cards. So we got them an Aerie gift card. That's what we'll give them on Christmas Day.
Okay.
And then the other gift was the book. But then
very cool.
I got this book, which is The Girl Who Drank the Moon. And it's a young adult book. And so this was my choice. Everybody got to choose their own book. Both girls were interested in this book, but they chose other ones. Mm-hmm. I got this one for me, and I'm reading it. And then the plan is we're going to swap. So then cool. By the end, we'll have all read all the books, and then we'll get to talk about them.
Oh, so, that's very cool.
I'm enjoying, so we read a lot. And a lot of times I'm reading nonfiction and like lots of yoga philosophy books, which are kind of a hard read.
Yeah.
You know, I have to read a chapter and then go back and read the chapter. Sometimes I have to read a paragraph over and over again to like really understand the content.
Yeah.
This is a young adult book, and it's about magic. So it says there's magic in starlight, of course. This is well known. Moonlight, however, that's a different story. Mm-hmm. Moonlight is magic. Ask anyone you like. Mm-hmm. And it's this like sweet adventure story of a girl who's magic and her grandma's magic, and they live in a forest, and there's a lot of detail behind it, but it's just a really sweet story. I just got it on Sunday and I'm already halfway through.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm trying to finish it by Christmas so then I can give it to one of the nieces, and then
I think
she can give it to her sister, and then we have a book that we can talk about. So I'm very excited about this new tradition, because as much as I love books, I love to be able to share book conversations with the people that I love.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's a good that we've infused into our new plans around Christmas.
I like it too. A tradition is always good. So my husband is not a fan of like the gift giving part of Christmas, because I want to hold this
so you can talk.
Because of the gift, like you're pressured into getting these gifts for people, and if you have extended family and you're not with them all the time every day, how do you know what they like? How do you know what color sweater Bridget wants for Christmas, or even if she wants a sweater, maybe she doesn't even wear sweaters. So his whole thing is, you're going to get this stupid thing, and then you have to send the receipt because everybody lives far away from each other and blah, blah, blah. So, and I get it. So this is such a good idea to do, like even far away, because then you can, send a book gift card or a book to them, have them read a little bit of it, and then get on FaceTime and do this whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all for anything that creates connection. And I know people love gift giving, so not dogging gift giving. If it works for you, it works for you. For me personally, I get caught up because gift giving can become very transactional. Mm-hmm. Like, what do you want? Give me your list of things you want and I'll go buy them. And then it becomes this exchange of goods, as opposed to what I'm looking for is the connection.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. And, even with our kids, they were like, what do you want for Christmas? And we were like, we really don't need anything. Like, come spend time with us. Let's go out to dinner. Let's do something together.
Yeah, I agree. I like it too. So I'm trying to do more of that instead. Mm-hmm. And Rich is already in that mindset. So, because he's always like, I wish we could do 2 Thanksgivings.
Mm-hmm. Oh, because he likes the gathering and eating together.
Yeah. And just being, visiting.
Yeah.
The visiting part of it all. besides the stressful travel part of it all. But it's not too bad. It's worth it, I think, doing the travel to get to spend time with people.
No, absolutely. And I enjoy a bit of the travel.
Yeah.
I also enjoy hosting.
Me too. I'm enjoying this mask as well.
No, this was a great ad.
What do you guys think? I have wings and a goatee.
It's one of those thingies that lizards have.
It is. That changes color. The bearded dragon has the ones that change color when they get upset.
So when Braden was my 18-year-old, when my 18-year-old was a little boy, I mean teeny tiny, probably like 18 months old, he started embodying animals. Like I knew when I went to his crib in the morning to get him out of bed what animal he was. Like if he was a kitty, he would rub his body up against like he would do the things he had seen animals doing. Or like some days I'd walk in and he'd be squatting with his tongue out, panting like a puppy, or and so that started when he was really young and it carried through into elementary school. But one day when he was in first grade, we were in the kitchen and he was eating Cheerios. And I was standing at the kitchen island doing something. And he said, "Mommy?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, "Do you see my green scales?" And I said, "I do." And he said, "Do you see my sharp claws?" And I said, "I do." And he said, "Do you see my red," whatever the word is, I can't remember. He used like the official word, but for that thing that hangs under the leaves. He knew all the things about animals. He was just an animal kid. He said, do you see this thing I use to warn the prey?" And I said, "I do." And he said, "Then why are you standing so close to me and my Cheerios?" I said, "Well, I apologize. I will step away."
Step away. I didn't realize that's what that meant.
I was in danger.
Please don't hurt me. That's cute. I had a little alter ego, I guess, when I was little. Whenever I was a little bit cranky, my stepfather called it Bitey Bulldog. And so, if I was in a bad mood, I'd be Bitey Bulldog, and we would start this whole thing, and then of course it turned me around and made me not cranky and angry at whatever I was angry about. It was pretty funny. So not as cute.
Bulldog. I'm going to use that.
Like, are you feeling a little Bitey Bulldog today, Rachel? Yeah. So
when my middle child was a teenager, an older teenager, we were in the middle of COVID, and we started watching Grey's Anatomy from the beginning.
Oh, cool.
And Meredith and Christina had like that close relationship, and they would say, "Are you feeling dark and twisty?" And so we would do that. Like she would be like, "I'm feeling dark and twisty today," and that was her signal for like, I just need some space. And I think it's neat to have those cues.
Yeah. All right, I'm falling. I'm falling.
That bottom one is annoying.
I'm just gonna hold it here, you guys. So, how you doing? Trying to think if my kids. I don't think my other kids. I don't think they had one. My secret other kids that you don't know about.
That we haven't talked about yet.
Yeah. So, anyways, back to these shopping stuff. So I have a little shopping problem, and I have been trying not to get like clothing. Like, so I'll just, if I'm feeling like Bitey Bulldog, I'll find myself scrolling and finding like cute little outfits and, being like, oh my God, I have to have that. And so it's like I guess a coping mechanism. And so I have all these stupid clothes that I really don't wear.
Yeah.
Thank you. I mean, I do and I don't, but I have a lot of clothes that I probably don't need. So I've been trying not to do that. And so and this happens during Christmas. No, we're not buying anything for each other, like to give. So I can't buy it for myself and put it under the tree like I normally do. So, but it's been really good. I've been kind of taking myself and saying, I have all I need. I have all I need. You know, I have all the, I make myself kind of go through each, legging that I have and each type of jean that I have. And I have any type of jean that you would have. Skinny jeans, I have the baggy jeans, I have these like drawstring ones. So I got the stuff. I don't need any more. I could probably get rid of some, and I will, because I like to also donate some stuff too. But so we were doing that, and last year I did it too, where I made stuff. So I made people gifts instead of buying them gifts, and either they were really polite or they actually were really excited to get these gifts, and it felt,
I was excited.
You were good. It felt almost better, because it's usually things you're using in the kitchen or eating anyway, for the most, at least during the holidays, like cookies and stuff, you could take or leave, really. But like, we did the infused olive oil, and I made like a bread mix to go with it so that you could do the bread and the olive oil and dip, that stuff. So this year I did something different. I think last year I did do the cookie bag, the treat bags with cookies and treats, and I forget who I gave what to, but I had more time. This year I don't feel like I have time in it. So I found something to make that is just as yummy, but it's a little bit faster. So we'll see. But doing stuff like that, I feel like, has become more popular too. I think since COVID, people are like, "Oh, I'll make this instead of buying this," or
And a lot of times the homemade stuff costs just as much.
Yeah,
You're still spending the money.
you are. Yeah. But it's fun, and you get to put your heart into it.
Yeah.
Um,
It's that personal touch.
Yeah, I like it. I like that. Instead of just going out, I do like to go out and buy stuff too. Don't get me wrong, but it's fun to make stuff. And I don't know if I had a point to that. Just that I'm okay. I'm not struggling with not buying stuff, because if I need it, I'll buy it. But if I want it, I really sit and
decide if you really need it.
Yeah, like I'll put it in my cart, and then I'll just click off the page. And if I really need it, I go back. But
we're working on bringing less stuff into our house and finding things to get rid of, because ultimately we want to minimize. So we're like trying to cull through all the things we've collected over all these years to figure out like what do we really need versus what is just stuff taking up space. And it's been a multi-year exercise. I don't think we'll be done anytime soon.
Well, we were lucky enough to move. So we purged hard when we sold the house, because we had 3 levels. We had like the finished basement, the main, and then the top. And then we moved into a rental that didn't have a basement, and we knew we weren't gonna, when we built this, weren't gonna have a basement. So we purged enough to kind of still have stuff, but we weren't going to have extra storage. And then we ended up doing it again once we got here. We went into the garage, and as we unpacked, we were like, yes, no, yes, no. And then we just did it again this fall. I don't know. My husband would love to get rid of everything.
Mine too. Ashley's ready to sell the house and live in a van. Like, if I would say yes today, like, the house would be gone.
Yeah. And that's what I'm kind of, same thing, like on this mission to like see how much I can get rid of and be okay. So it has to be little by little.
Yeah.
And you're just kind of like, do we even use that table over there? Do I need this lamp? Do I need these trinkets? Do I need, I don't know, all the things.
Yeah.
It's hard though.
It is hard. We have a pool table in the basement. That was great when the kids were all at home.
Yeah.
But now, two of them have moved out. One of them is not a pool player and doesn't have guests over. So we've just got this pool table taking up a full room in the basement.
Oh,
And
man.
we finally found somebody who wants it.
Oh,
so
good.
we're going to give that away soon. They're building a house and they have a spot for it in the new house. So once their house is done, we're going to transfer it over to them. And then I could use it for a yoga room. I could use it for a sound bathroom. I could.
God, and you have your sound stuff.
I'm very excited.
That would be awesome.
Our full moon bonfires could start with some sound and then transition outside.
That would be awesome. Yeah. Get that thing out of there.
Get it out. We don't need it.
We got one coming up in January.
Yep.
I got it on. Do I have it on my calendar? I have it on my calendar. I think I looked up the date. Yes, I did. So
I need to put it on my calendar.
I'll just show up.
You just come on over.
And you'll be like,
it's a full anything.
But that'll be fun.
Yeah.
It's not. Is it time to take it off yet?
What is the rule? Did we read?
I don't know. It's like people are talking about leaving it on overnight. It's been on
no way.
20 minutes. It's like 2 hours or something, right? And we're not staying on here for 2 hours, so we could do like, look what it does in this amount of time.
Okay, we'll hang in there for a little bit longer, 30 to 40 minutes.
Okay, good. All right, we're almost done. Oh,
all right.
Mine wants to come off anyway. Okay, I'm holding.
So I brought my Book of Awakening, and this is one. It's by Mark Nepo, and it's one of those books that has a daily reading in it. And this reading this morning spoke to me because as we get closer and closer to the holidays, I always think about how, the holidays are a joyful time.
Wait, hold on before you start. Is it dated too?
It is.
Oh my God. Okay.
So like you can start it on January 1.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And then you just work your way through the year. Every single day you have a reading.
Oh, that's cool.
So like if I miss a day, I don't just pick up on my last one. I just skip forward.
Okay.
And then I read it again the next year.
Okay.
And then like I make notes like the 2024, this is what I was thinking when I read this reading.
Oh, that's cool.
So then year over year, it gives me like that's what I was dealing with last year at this time.
That's really cool.
But this one really spoke to me because while the holidays are joyful, there's also hard stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
And like a lot of times people don't talk about their hard stuff because they don't want to squash other people's joy.
Yeah.
And I've been really thinking a lot about how we can, like two hands, right? We can feel joy and we can feel sorrow. And those two things can exist in the same body, in the same space, in the same time. And I'm really feeling it this year, with my dad and his illness and, trying to navigate that while also enjoying the holidays with my kids and, just living this full life that I have that I love and being really, really sad about what's going on with my dad.
Yeah.
So today's reading is about lighting our way. And it starts with a quote from Carl Jung. One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making darkness conscious.
Oh.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Right? And then it talks about how, if Jung is right, then perhaps paradise is no more than seeing the light forming in the dark. Perhaps being awake is paying attention to the ongoing moment of life that we so often take for granted. That moment that is happening even as you read this. And then there's more. There's like 3 paragraphs, but then it gives you a meditation. And it tells you to sit quietly with your eyes closed and feel the light of spirit in every cell of your body. As you inhale, feel each cell brighten. As you exhale, feel a slight increase of light around you. During your day, when feeling troubled, stop and breathe slowly and light your way. And that last piece, like stopping and breathing, like that has been my saving grace. Like every time I get a call about what's going on with my dad, or I start thinking about it in the middle of the day, I just stop and I pause and I feel it and I breathe and then I go on because I've got stuff to do, right? And there's hard stuff happening, and you have to be able to do all of that at the same time.
And you acknowledge both. Yeah.
Yeah. So, listener, if you have anything you're struggling with, I hope that really helped. And then, for my 2024 note, I said, be with dad as he lives each day. And for me, like, be with doesn't even mean physically, because he's
Right.
so far away.
Yeah.
But it's talking to him and listening to him and acknowledging the pain, acknowledging the struggle, not trying to fix it for him because I can't fix it.
Yeah.
Right? It's just being with him as he walks this walk, and then allowing myself to be with every feeling that I'm having, and not trying to just pretend that everything's okay because I want to be happy. Like,
yeah. Well, and when we've talked about it, it's so funny because I'll be like, what about this? And she's like, I'm just going to let him make his decisions and support him. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how do you do it? You know, I'm getting myself all worked up about it for her. And she's like, he's got his journey, and he knows his journey.
Yep.
And he's working on it.
Well, and as he figures out how to deal with this, you know, as things change, then I have to support that, right?
Yeah.
So I can't get attached to, okay, this is the path, and you know, because it's leukemia, and the situation changes moment by moment. Like, one moment he's great, and the next moment he's not, or one moment he's really bad, and then the next moment he feels good. And so I can't get attached to any of it. I just have to be like, okay, well, this is what's going on right now. So what do we do with this?
That's crazy.
It is what it is.
But it's amazing that we can do it.
Yeah.
As humans.
Well, and the yoga tools help a lot.
Yeah.
Like, these tools are so magic.
They are. And I don't even have it. My tool chest isn't as good as her tool chest is yet. But I'm getting there.
You have a pretty good tool chest.
I might have some different tools in there, but I don't have the amount. And I forget what's in there. I got to dig around.
Absolutely. I think we forget what we're not using, right? And so then life gets easy. I'm air quoting, listener, if you can't see me. When life is easy, we forget about our tools because we don't need them.
Right.
And then when life gets hard again, we're like, oh my God, what are my tools? Right? So it's every day is a different day.
Oh, what a roller coaster.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to talk about my dad, that whole situation.
Okay.
So, because maybe it'll resonate with some of you, and maybe it'll piss some of you off, and maybe it'll, you know, something will stick, and you'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm going through the same thing. So my cousin sent me a message on Facebook and asked for my email. For a minute there, I thought it was a scam because I'm like, what does she want my email for? What's this all about? And then I went up and looked, and we had our last conversation was there from a couple of years ago when we were catching up, and because it's really my dad's. So yeah, it was really her. And so I don't really talk to my dad. He pops in and floats out of my life a lot. So, and I haven't talked to him in, I want to say 5 years, but it could be more. I'm melting away here. Anyway, so
just like your forehead just fell off.
Yeah, my chin is falling off and my forehead's falling off. So she sends me this email and forwards an email from somebody who's been taking care of him as a friend, because they were really close with his wife who passed away 8 years ago. And I guess, so she had Alzheimer's and he has dementia now a little bit, but he's not quite to the point where he knows he has it all the time. Mm-hmm. So she and her husband have been taking care of him, and they have a house up in Maine and a house in Florida, and they go back and forth. And I guess up until recently, they've been able to leave him in they're like, you stay here, take care of this house. We're going to go back up to Maine. Well, guess what? The hurricane came through and destroyed their house. He's in a hotel. He's not doing well. He's not remembering very much. You know, sometimes when you move someone out of where they're comfortable, it throws them into even more confusion. And that's kind of where he is now. So he's forgetting to eat and all this stuff. And without getting into too much more detail, they were asking if anyone could come forward. And again, without getting into too much detail, I haven't been in contact with him, sort of purposely, sort of just letting it happen organically. Well, I've had some trauma apparently shown to me in yoga teacher training about all of this. And so it's safer, I think, for both of us if I don't, for both of our souls, if I don't get involved physically, like go down there and help him face to face. So I was like, I can't do it. I'm out. And my sister can't either. She works nights. It would be even more confusing for him to go up there and do that. So weirdly enough, and I love how this happens, I had a friend come over and she's like, oh, I'm moving to Florida. A girl I used to work with and I are opening up a business that is a concierge for helping people get to where they need to go at no cost to the family. It's amazing. So anyway, so she calls the family, she gets all the information that they have and helps them get information that she would need to place them into the right place. And this is all so much networking that she can help with so many things: selling of homes, selling of vehicles, getting rides, just everything. People in the hospital that don't have family, that are elderly and have no one, a doctor can call her, she can go in and arrange all this stuff and get this person transported to a place where they can live the rest of their life happily. So anyway, without having to make contact with my dad, I was able to send someone in to help him and not have that anguish on me if I didn't know if I would feel guilty or not, but now I don't have to, if that makes sense. So that's all been happening, of course, and which always happens around the holidays for some
crazy
reason.
how it all comes up around the holidays.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what's going on with me. And so if anyone ever needs that.
Well, and I was going to ask about her service. Is she licensed in the state of Florida and she can only help in Florida, or can she help countrywide?
I think it's countrywide. Okay. I think it's wherever she hangs her hat. Okay. I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming she has to get, I don't think it's a licensing thing because she's just kind of doing a concierge service.
She probably has more network.
Yes.
Wherever she is.
Yes. And between her and her partner now, they have over 40 years of knowledge in the business, knowledge that you can carry to every state.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And what a service, because so many families need it.
Yeah. And I think people forget about the older people. Mm-hmm. It's all about, raising the kids. And then, when you're older, like, oh, just put them there. Although I've heard so many great stories about older people, older family members within my client, just some beautiful, beautiful stories. So really, I didn't know many people that got put into a home and forgotten about. Like most of the stories I've heard have been like great until the end, which is nice. But I know that's not true for everyone. So go hug your great grandparents.
There's all kinds of dynamics, right? There are people who have been centered in family and have centered their family. And then then you get to an age and you have a lot of people around you to care for you. Then you have people who have lost their family, and so there's no one to care for them when they get to that point. Or there's people like your dad who have chosen to separate from their family and haven't maintained those relationships. So then when it comes time for them to need care, there's not people that they have cared for that are then able to turn around and return the care.
Yeah. Exactly.
But all kinds of things happen across our society, right?
Yeah.
Like no situation is exactly the same. So it's great to know that there's a service for the people that need it.
Yeah, and she even said that too. She's like, I've seen it all. I don't get surprised, and I want to help in all those different situations.
That's awesome.
And there's, she said, I mean, from what it sounds like, I mean, these places are out there, just no one knows about them. So if you need one up wherever you are, up here in Georgia, wherever, I can surely find out like exactly
Maybe she
what
has
her
people she can
title
point
is.
people to, or yeah.
Or what to look for that service. I'll get that and I'll put it in our show notes too.
That's awesome.
So, because I think it's important now that I'm at that state, you know,
Yeah.
all these things that you're like, holy crap, it's that time where I need to know
You
these
don't
things.
know until you know,
Yeah.
right? It's all the things you don't know.
Exactly. So another tool in the tool box. All right, 40. All right, we can take this
right.
off now.
You ready?
Yeah. I'm going to take my glasses off.
Oh, yeah, that's a
second.
good
Although
idea.
I do want to see. Oh, I do see some shine. I can see that. It's sticky. Now it doesn't want to.
No, it won't come on. It didn't want to stay on, and now it doesn't want to come on.
What do you guys? Ooh, I see a little shine. I have no shine normally.
I feel plumpy.
Yeah.
I'm cold.
Oh, it does look different. Oh my god! Wow.
I feel soft.
What do you guys think? All right, so
I give it a thumbs up.
me too.
It would be easier if we weren't trying to talk while we were wearing
Definitely,
it.
I think it would have stuck more around.
If we could have just laid back and kept our heads up, that would have made a difference.
But I'm a very dehydrated skin person. So to see shine on my face without putting it there is I'm excited. So here we go. There you have it. So after your holiday parties and all the things that you're doing this holiday, you should get one of these masks. These TikTok masks, really deep collagen retinol boost up makeup. Excuse me, not makeup, mask. I'll put it in the comments. I'm also going to check to see if they have it on Amazon, which they probably do.
Yeah, I'm sure they have something similar. So I'm reading the directions now.
Uh-oh.
We were supposed to remove the transparent film and put that on our face. And then take the white off. So
it worked backwards.
It might have stuck better if we had done it the right way.
Wait, you know what? I'm going to waste one. I just have to know.
We still got the goop on us.
But did we get all the goop?
Yeah, I've read. Yeah, we've got all the goop.
All right. Oh, maybe we'll just do a before and I'm going to give you one.
Okay.
We're going to do a before and after, like later on, after Christmas, after the holidays, after the new year. And we'll do a before face and an after face of like, so you can see it for reals. And we'll do it properly, maybe the right way next time. That seems like it would be hard though to do that.
I think it will be hard
off.
to get the clear film off first.
Yeah. Well, that'll be fun.
Another adventure.
I don't know if there's anything else. I can't remember.
I think
you got your 2 books. Oh, I have this book real quick. So if you're looking for more of I don't know if you've seen this lady. She is on Instagram and TikTok. Barbara O'Neill is her name. And she wrote this book. She's always talking about natural remedies. And if this is going on in your body, this is what this means. You should be doing this to help with this and all these different things. And this book literally goes from the top of your head to the soles of your feet on remedies for everything. Chronic fatigue syndrome, thyroid, women's and men. Why can't I talk? Women's and men's health. Weighing up. What does it say? Weighing up weight loss, arresting arthritis and gout, analyzing autoimmune, hydrotherapy, which is water therapy, pancreas, liver, feet, better bones in general, our skin, our protective coat, which we just did. So just a really good, maybe even if you don't want to just sit and read it, to just have it and be like, oh my gosh, I don't have the right, I don't have any Advil. What can we already talked about our headaches and how to remedy that, but good thing to have around if maybe you don't have the proper medication or ointments or
Whatever.
whatever,
It's options.
yeah, different options for staying healthy and preventing illness, I guess. And that's it. That's all I got.
All right.
All right.
So we're breaking for Christmas and New Year's, right?
Yes.
And we'll be back after the holiday?
We'll be back after the holiday, and we'll have glowing skin. Still.
Goodbye.
Or again. I need my half hour to get off of this platform. All right. For real. Have a good holiday and a happy new year. Bye.